She's looking so cute. Oh my gosh, it's like deja vu. Back in junior high and high school again. Well, hello there. How you doing? Welcome back to Wigs and Combat Boots, or if you're new here, welcome. Either way, I'm glad that you're here. My last video was basically about me having chemotherapy, and I'm getting ready to gear up and have another chemo session. And so I've got some errands to run today, but one of the most important things I wanted to take care of first was to bring this beauty to you. This beautiful crown from Envy. This is Gia Mono. This is their newest version of Gia. So the original Gia had a basic cap. She was lightweight. This one is too. But this one's got a bonus that I think you're going to love, especially if you've got a sensitive scalp like I do. Now this particular Gia is on loan from a wig sister, and I want to thank you, wig sister, for sending her to me. I promise I'll get her back to you in just the same condition that you sent her, and I appreciate you trusting me with her. But she's a lightweight, beautiful short bob, got some waves in there, and I was hoping that I could dig up my old junior high / early high school photo ID, because my hair was exactly this shape, these curls. The color might have been a little bit different because I was messing around with color, but it was pretty dang close to this color right here. And I thought it would have been a hoot if I could bring that ID card up. I've got it around here somewhere, but we've moved so many times that it's one of those things where you're thinking, well, I thought it was here, but that might have been 3 houses ago. In any case, if you want to know what I looked like back then, here you go, minus the wrinkles and some other stuff. But she's beautiful. She's lightweight. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at her real quick here. Now, if I'm running through my fingers through her, she's got a little bit of permatease. Not gonna lie, a little bit of permatease right about in here, but it's not in a ridiculous amount. It's enough to give her shape, which is what you want. Otherwise, she'd fall pretty flat. And you know what? You don't want flat when it comes to a style like this. As a matter of fact, that's what I recall when I was growing up. I wanted the cute kind of 16 candles kind of situation. So here's the front. And as you can see, she's got a little bit of bangage going on here, a little bit of fringe, as we like to call it. So her front, they say is 8 inches, but you know what? This is not 8 inches. I want to say that might be a good solid, maybe 4, 5 inches-ish. And, you know, it's a little curled. And so if you want to, you know, you can always go ahead and try to help that out if you want to with a little bit of those hot tools, the ones that are meant for not heat-friendly wigs. So because this is not a heat-friendly wig, she will maintain this look as long as you don't mess with her too much. But yeah, the bangs were supposed to be 8. I'm going to say the front's, maybe if you do this, because I'm about 8 inches from forehead to chin. So I think that's what they were talking about. The crown, so from the top here, all the way to the back down here, that's about 8.5. So she's a solid 8.5 around there. And on the sides, they've got her 6.5. That's 6.5 with layers is what they've got going on there. Now her nape down here, the neck, is about 3 inches or so. And she is wonderfully lightweight, 2.8 ounces. I mean, you can't even tell that she's on your head, but she's fabulous. Not too heavy at all. So what's cool about this particular design on the Gia Mono is that they have a new cap construction. So I told you before, you had the basic cap before, which is comfortable for folks like me who have very sensitive scalp. But this one's called the So Soft cap design. And it's got a lace front, and it's got a mono top, but it's got a special kind of mono top. I'm going to show you when I have you look on the inside. Let's first go ahead and take a look at her from all angles, because I know you're probably curious, what's this little one about? So here's the front with all those waves and layers. She's looking so cute. Oh my gosh, it's like deja vu. Back in junior high and high school again. Now here's from the left side. You know, you can, oh my gosh, when it comes to making her full-bodied, yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with that. So here's from the left side. Here is the back with all her beautiful layers. And you don't have to really worry about when it comes to rubbing on clothes and her color. We're going to talk about her color as well. It's a gorgeous brunette with some highlights in there and lowlights. And then let's go ahead and give you on the right side here, so you can see how she kind of caresses your face there. It's a beautiful sunny day outside as well, so you can see how her colors are showing up. And when we go outside, you'll see them even more. So when it comes to her cap construction, let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. And this is what I wanted to show you. You can tell the hair is definitely growing in. I mean, it's getting thick. And this second set of chemo that I've been doing has not affected the growth at all. So that's interesting. So here is the interior of her cap. So as you can see, she's got that whole So Soft cap design. Got the ear-to-ear front lace, but then you've got a secondary lace going just underneath it here at the front, all scalloped. And then behind that, you've got the mono top. So you can part it any way you want to. It's this top right here that's making it very comfortable for those of us with sensitive scalp. If you don't have a sensitive scalp, bonus for you is you got that mono top to go ahead and do your various parting options and still have that illusion of scalp. Now, because of this, you don't really have any issues with itching right here. Now, I do get itching with a lot of my wigs in the front, especially because of the lace, but I just put up with it, and it's not something you should have to. This in particular, not a problem. You wear her all day and forget that you're actually wearing her. She's breathable, courtesy of this front or sides and back wefting. She's got her ear tabs, velvety ear tabs with the metal stays. She's got pull tab adjusters and this nice soft velvety extended nape. She's super comfortable, guys. I can't tell you how super comfortable she's just amazing. So let's go ahead, put her back on. Oh my gosh, if I'd known back then that I would be wearing a wig that looks just like my hair when I was a teenager. Oh my goodness. But yeah, take a look at this. Let's part that. I mean, anywhere you've got that illusion of scalp. Her front lace is impeccable. I mean, look at that knotting. It's virtually invisible. If it still bothers you, you can of course put some powder or some concealer on, but she's gorgeous. Now you've got the ear-to-ear lace. Now, because my hair is finally grown back, and of course it's growing back its natural color, which is like a salt and pepper type situation, you've got my very low hairline showing up. But I could very easily put some kind of, root spray coloring on there and blend the heck out of this. But again, I want to return her. I don't want to get too much makeup on her, and I don't want to mess with her too much because my wig sister is definitely going to be using her for work because of how light, how gorgeous, and just how non-tangled you have to worry about. It's fantastic. Gorgeous, gorgeous coverage. Since I don't have the root spray, I'm going to go ahead and pull these side fibers. If I were to mess with her like I did back in the day, I remember I had one of those bangs that were like this, up to here kind of thing. Let me know if you did that kind of thing back in high school, especially if you were in junior high or high school in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's nice. She is very nice. Hey, you know what? We've seen how her color looks. Oh, the color. Let's talk about this color real quick. I almost forgot. So this is medium brown. This is Envy's version of medium brown, and it basically is a stunning chocolate brown, in Envy's words, with natural lowlights and highlights. And I know, like I said, even though I'm inside, you can definitely see it. Now, from this reflection off of the sun, with in front of a mirror kind of thing, I can see actually a little bit of red in there, which is gorgeous. Adds a bit of dimension, not just a straight up brown. And you can see those streaks going through of what looks like medium brown, light medium brown, and darker brown, but they are leaning warm. So if you're not a warm girl and you tend to go from more neutral to cool leaning colors, this might not be the color for you, but no worries. Envy's got a load of colors for you, including some cooler browns. So let's go ahead and let's take her outside and let's see how she looks in the sun. Ooh, it's a gorgeous day out here. So it's getting close to the end of March, and it feels like it's borderline summer, as you can see from all the trees blooming. Actually, that's probably more of a spring situation. But I'm in direct sunlight right now, outside on the porch. And so you can see the coloring that we've got going on here with the various browns and the lowlights and highlights. How are you liking it? Yeah. And then we're going to go from this side. This is the left side right here. And And let's go ahead and take a look in a little bit more direct sunlight. I can hear those birds chirping. It is gorgeous. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Now for styling, there's a few things you can do. I know that back in the day I was doing things like this because I like to have some volume going on at the front. That was the thing, late 80s, early 90s. So you could do a front bump like that. You could always just pin them to the sides like that. And if you really want to get fancy, you can start pulling these up and just kind of do it like this. I remember doing this a lot too. And actually, when I first started in the Navy, they cut all our hair off. And as it was growing out, it grew out into this kind of style while I was in school, tech school, if you could want to call it that, to be a corpsman. And so this was one of the styles that I used to do to keep it out of my face when we were doing patient care. So what do you think? She's a shorter style, so she's not everybody's cup of tea. But if you're looking for something lightweight, cute as heck, and super comfortable on the scalp, I tell you, you can't go wrong with the Gia Mono. She's got that permatease, but it's just enough to give it body, not enough to be too heavy. And like I said, it's under 3 ounces, so you can't go wrong. So tell me your thoughts on it, if you think you'd like to get one of these, or if you've got one of these. It's a very new release, basically, from Envy, and version 2.0 of the original Gia. You think they knocked it out of the park? I think they did pretty good. I think they got some feedback, realized it was a very popular wig, and said, let's do this. So, as always, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and have a better tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.